Hello everyone! Welcome to another shipbuilding guide in Starfield. Today we're going to be looking at another custom ship build that I have done. This is called the Shadow Fang. Notice the color scheme that I've gone with. Most of these were colored individually. Some of them I was able to color along with other pieces, such as all these nose caps here. They're all or not nose caps, stroud caps, excuse me. They're all colored the same, so keep that in mind, but a lot of this I had to color individually to get the look that I wanted. So if you need to, pause the video and see the colors. It's only two. It's a dark blue and then the black color that you get. That's the only two colors that I used for this build. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into this build. So this was built with a reference picture that I found off of, I believe it was off of Pinterest. I've been kind of looking at that to see what would be feasible in Starfield just to build, because there's a lot of really cool looking ships you can find on Pinterest and DeviantArt and ArtStation, and this is something very similar to what I found. It's not exact, of course, but it's close enough. So starting with the bottom, at the front end here we have two Nova Cowlings. One bumped up to the other is just, flipped. Also, I forgot to mention, make sure that you check the description for all the mods. You will absolutely need mods in order to make this, especially with these right here. Come on, work with me. These three pieces right here are, they were especially problematic to get working, but I got them working. So we've got two Nova Cowlings up front, and this is just mirrored on the other side, by the way. We will go over that, and then we've got a Deimos bumper, another Deimos bumper, and then all the way back here, and it's glitch built in. If I could get it. Let's see. There we go. Another Deimos bumper. And these are just, all three of them are straight blue. Notice how far back this is snapped into place. So just keep that in mind. And I'll actually show you all how I did this, because that's kind of important. So one, I do have a mod that gives me more snap points on pieces. That's how I did this with just three. I originally had this, I had them overlapping one another, and it looked kind of funny. But behind this, we have a Stroud nose cap D, and then a Stroud nose cap C, and this is glitched inside of this. Okay, that actually snaps to one of these pieces here. I don't think. Yeah, that won't snap to this. So you got to get this in place first. Let's go ahead. Let's actually do that. You got to get this in place first, and then you can snap this. So the way I did this was you simply take this, put it down, and then you get either a horizon weapon mount, which is what I used, or one of the port holes, something that you can snap on the side. You want it to be small, because you want it to kind of be hidden. Put it on the back end, and then this whole piece should maybe. So I mean, it's really finicky. try doing it this way. I believe it's supposed to link up there. There we go. That's how I did it. So you want to kind of glitch that inside and then grab everything, select, and it'll snap into place. You see, now that's all connected. And then this snaps in right there, nice and neat. It snaps to this piece right here. You can see at the very front that snap piece right there. That's where this snaps into. So once you have this piece all snapped up, I would recommend doing the other side. It's the exact same thing, it's just mirrored. Okay, and again, it's going to be really difficult to get working, but once it works, it looks so cool. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It is so cool looking. It's just a shame on how much of a pain it is to get working. So this side simply mirrors this side. It's the same thing. But behind this, we have an AccuLander 11 landing gear, and it is the one that's got the 4 points on it, on the sides, and of course the one on top. And that just snaps in place nice and easy. And then on top of that, we have an equipment plate with an MKE9 auto Gauss gun. And then next to that, we have the Shipbed 200 landing bay. And then we've got another AccuLander 11 landing gear with, again, equipment plate and an MKE9 auto Gauss gun. And then behind that, we finally have one of our Hab pieces. It's a HopeTech all-in-one berth 2x1. And again, we have more of the MKE9 auto Gauss gun. And then we've got HopeTech cargo hull 2x2 next to that. You don't have to have this piece. I have a mod that actually makes these put out more cargo. And so I almost always have a cargo piece in my ships now just because it's an easy way to get a bunch of cargo. But don't feel like you have to do that. You can make this a crew quarters if you want. That's originally what I had. Or not a crew quarters, excuse me, a living quarters. That's what I originally had here, was living quarters 2x2, but I changed to a cargo hull instead. And then on the outside here, this piece, again, this just mirrors the other side, but we're going to go over this side specifically in a minute. We've got a Stroud nose cap C, and then an AccuLander 11 landing gear with an Obliterator 250 MEV alpha beam on top, and you do have an equipment plate there. And then behind that, we have a 10 ST hauler shielded cargo hold, and then another Obliterator 250 MEV alpha beam. And then on the side here, we have two Nova Cowlings, just one snapped behind the other, just like that. And then on the very back end here, I don't think we've gone over this, but AccuLander 11 landing gear, HopeTech companionway 1x1. This is where your ladder is. I do only have one ladder in this entire ship. It's always a good thing to do, always a good thing to have. And then we have another AccuLander 11 landing gear right there. And then on the very back, we have a Deimos belly aft, Deimos belly aft, Deimos belly aft. Okay, got three of those on the very back end. And then this side, it pretty much just mirrors this over here. But this section right here, this open piece, is actually where I have all of my my grav drive, reactors, and fuel tanks. So we're going to start with the fuel tank just because why not? Put the fuel tank right there. And then we're going to take our grav drive, we're going to glitch build it. Oh, we're not going to glitch build. It's just going to snap into place. That's nice. That's always nice when things just snap into place. Okay. Oh, this is not going to snap into place. Of course it's not. That's fine, we can... Hang on. Oh, this... I see why it did that. Okay. Hang on. So... That did not snap where it was supposed to. Hang on. Let's try to get this first. This is not wanting to work with me for some reason. Don't know why. I think I know what's happening. Okay. I think you gotta put this in first. Yeah, I bet you that's probably what it was. More than likely. Yep. Okay. Make sure you put your AccuLander 11 landing gear in first. Don't try to put all this stuff in, it's not gonna work. Okay, now we're going to take our fuel tank and we're going to glitch it. Make sure it actually glitched in there and didn't just disappear underneath. It did. Good. Okay. So make sure that you have your landing gear, the AccuLander 11 landing gear in here first, and then you can glitch build all this where it needs to go. We're just going to keep on just putting everything in the same spot just for simplicity's sake. The reactors I'm using, I don't think I went over this. It's the 104 DS mag inertial reactors. I've got 3 of them. Ta-da! There we go. Everything's hidden. Nice and neat. Nice and easy. Again, pay attention to the coloring. Let's actually go ahead and let's go over that first real quick before we do anything else. Let's get a piece that has everything. You know what? We'll go over all of it as we go along. Okay, so these 4 pieces up front, these are all just your standard black color. And it's the one that you get with on your color picker. And then all of these are a custom color on let me pick it. There we go. And it's the same on the other side, but these are all just a nice dark blue color. You can kind of see I've got the hue at the very center of the blue, saturation all the way to the right, and then the brightness is right above, or not above, excuse me, it's about, I don't know, a fourth of the way into the green, maybe a little bit more, maybe a third of the way into the green. Is where the line here on the brightness lines up with the green, and that is the blue color that I have. And then once you've got that, the colors, once you click A and be like, yes, that's what I want, the colors will then show up down here and you can just select them. See, there's the blue color. So keep that in mind. Now, these two pieces, I believe, yeah, these are all just straight black. And then these two, straight black. The landing gears, this one, the bay, and this, they're all just straight black. All the Habs are just, again, they're all straight black. Same thing with the gears back here, and the equipment plates. Those don't really matter. They're going to get covered up. The cowlings on the back here are black. The shielded cargo holds are black. These two pieces right here, color 1's black, color 2 black, color 3 is the dark blue. And then back here, the Deimos bellies, 1 black, 2 is blue, and 3 is blue. See what I mean? So I actually colored each piece individually on this build to get the look that I wanted. Alright. So that's the bottom piece. Moving on to the second piece here. Looking at the front, we have a Stroud Cap A, and then another Stroud Cap A. And then on the inside here, once you get, I would probably start with the right one so that you can then do your glitch building real quick and get it done. On this right portion here, we're going to put our Zeus 4070 M shield generator. So I've got 3 of them on this build. So snap the first one on the right, and then we're going to just do our real basic and simple glitch building. Ta-da! Just like that. And then this will snap to this piece, so it should be fine. We have a Deimos hull A and then a Deimos braking engine. So select both of those, and boom, snaps in right there. And then behind the Stroud caps, we have a Stroud cowling, and then another Stroud cowling. Notice the variation that I've gone with is the one that actually has the equipment plate option on top, where you can put weapons up here if you want. I did that for the coloring. So we've got 2 here, and then just flip them around, and we've got 2 here. And then on the center here, we have the Hope Tech Captain's Quarters 2x1. And then on top, we have a Deimos Spine A and another Deimos Spine A. On the right-hand side here, we have a Stroud Cap A and then 2 more Stroud Cowlings. So you could very easily select these, copy, and then you can see how you could just put them in there. Now, we're not going to do that because I've already got them. And then you can do the same thing on this side. Next to these 2, we have the Hope Tech Battle Stations 2x2 and the Hope Tech Computer Core 2x1. And then on the back end of the Hope Tech Computer Core, we do have an equipment plate with an Atlati 280C missile launcher. And then on the battle stations, we again on the back right corner, we have another Atlati 280C missile launcher. Now, on the back end here, this is kind of awkward, but I did this for a reason. We've got some stuff glitch built. I have a Stroud mid bracer. We've got 3 of them. We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 of them, and then these glitch build inside. Okay? And then attached to the Stroud mid-bracers, we have a Dymos bumper starboard, aft, and then a Dymos bumper port aft. So it just kind of rounds out the back end here, so it's not just flat with these pieces here. And then the engines that we have, and this snaps to the bottom. The bottom piece of the engine snaps to this. Make sure, not that one. There we go. Make sure you don't have it snapped like that. You do not want it snapped like that. You want that snapped right there instead. Okay? Now with this, I only have one here, but then on this one, we have, I believe this is where we have everything. Yes. Okay. And something to note, you're going to have to put the engines in first and then put in the Stroud bracers. So make sure you put your engines in, the SAL 6830 engines, and then put in the bracers. They're there for a reason. I'll explain that in a minute. There's a method to the madness, so to speak. What you could do, if you really wanted, you could take these three and snap them to that, and then it'll snap into all that. You're probably going to want to do that with this as well. Yeah, like that, and then like that, and then all of these pieces will snap down there nice and neat and easy, and it'll make things a lot easier to do that way. Didn't think about that as I was pulling this thing apart. We're going to leave that up there for now, though. Obviously, for glitch building, just do as we did with everything else, and it'll work just like that. See? Alright, good. Now we've got all of our engines in place. And we can take this piece, drop it back down. Ta-da! Nice and easy. And that's pretty much the second portion. So, color-wise, this Dymos braking engine, straight black. The Stroud caps, all four, are color 1's black, color 2 black, color 3's the blue. For the cowlings, these are all the same. 1 black, 2 black, 3 blue. The habitation pieces, these should all just be straight black. Yep, all straight black. Again, you don't have to worry about the equipment plates, but those are straight black. I mean, they're going to be covered up, so, you know, not a huge deal. Let's see. On the back end here, the two Dymos bumpers are color 1's black, color 2's blue. And then the engines, and you're going to want to color the engines before you do your glitch building, otherwise you're going to have to just do it all over again. Not a huge deal, but consider that. The engines, color 1 black, color 2 black, and then color 3 is the blue. And that, oh wait, for the Dymos spines, color 1's blue, color 2 is black, and color 3 is black. And notice this piece is just flipped. This is going to glitch a little bit into the bridge, which is why I've got it flipped like that, to kind of mask it a little bit more. The Deimos hull here, color 1 is black, and then color 3 is blue. So, that should cover everything, I think, unless... I don't think we went over the mid-bracers. Those are all just straight black. Okay, they're kind of hidden, and I looked at it, and it doesn't really look good to have either one of them as blue, so I didn't do that. To snap this into place, just select everything. It should all select, there shouldn't be any issues. And you want this to line up pretty much like that. You want, for a frame of reference, you want these two pieces, the Stroud cowlings on both sides, to line up with these. Okay, because that's where I hid the obliterators. So select everything. There we go. Snapped. Nice and neat. Just like that. Another good indicator, you want your Deimos hull to stick out one in front of your landing bay. Now for the last piece, starting with the bridge, we have the DS 40.2 Ares bridge. And then behind that, we have a HopeTech companionway 1x1 with the Connect Pro Docker on top. And then next to that, we have a Stroud braking engine, and then another Stroud braking engine. And this is why I have all those Stroud mid-bracers on the back. This is why. I'll explain that in a minute. We've got 3 Stroud mid-bracers on the very back. And the reason I have these is for these right here. The Deimos spine E's. We have 2 on the ends. If you don't have these don't have anywhere to snap. So you can't have them unless you have the mid-bracers or something comparable, something with a piece on top to snap to. And then just for consistency's sake, I put this middle one here just to keep things consistent so things looked nice and symmetrical. For the coloring for the bridge, color 1's black, color 2 is black, and color 3 is black. I don't know if I like that. There we go, that's better. I was like, that doesn't quite look right, something looks wrong. Okay, for the coloring for the bridge, again, we're going to go over that again, apologies. Color 1 is black, color 2 is black, and color 3 is blue. For the braking engines, these are the same. Color 1 black, color 2 blue, color 3 blue. For the HopeTech companionway, this should all be straight black. I don't know why it gave that weird color. Sometimes it does that, especially if you select everything and then you do all your coloring and whatnot afterwards, which is what I did. I made everything black and then went through and did all the blue coloring afterwards. The bracers are the same as the other ones, they're just straight black. And then the Deimos spines, color 1 is black, color 2 is blue, and then color 3 is black. So, to get this into place, select everything and then grab it. And you want... let me think here. Okay. You want your braking engines to slide over your missile launchers. And you want the mid-bracers to line up with the other mid-bracers back here. So that's going to be a little bit... oh, there it is, right there. Ta-da! That is the Shadow Fang. There's the ship. That's it. That's how you build it, coloring and all. So now that we have that built, we can go ahead. We're going to accept. And of course, feel free to modify this a little bit as you want. Like if you're like, I don't like the color scheme, okay, well, I'll make it a different color. Is what it is, but that's how you build this.
See.
Okay. Now we are going to go and look at it. So here it is. The front end is pretty long, so it does unfortunately glitch. But again, it looks really cool, so I'm not too terribly worried about that. I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but these two pieces you need, the weapon mounts on both sides, you absolutely need that in order to get all this to snap into place. Without that, it's not going to work. But, alright. Alright, here's our cargo hull, very first thing that you come into. And then we can open this. And we have our living quarters, I believe. This is living quarters, isn't it? Or is this... No, this isn't living quarters. This is the all-in-one, isn't it? That's what that is. Okay. Not used to the Hope Tech pieces. I normally use the Stroud stuff. But we do only have one ladder going all the way up, so that's good. Here we are in the battle stations.
Can I help?
That's what this is. I think there should be... Maybe there's not. Maybe I'm just nuts. I thought there was another piece somewhere.
Have my attention.
Here's the captain's quarters. The Tayo stuff. I could have sworn we had... Oh, we do. It's just ladders in the way. Duh. Okay. Here's your computer core. There it is. I was like, I could have sworn we had something else up here. Okay. So there's your computer core. Right next to the ladder. That's kind of awkward, but oh well. And then going up one more. Here's our hatch.
Now you're not pestering the captain.
Pester?
And
You think I'm a pest?
Oh, never.
now we have our bridge.
You being nice to the crew too.
Of course.
So this book collection fund I heard about.
Don't you always say
Liftoff looks good.
Something to note,
Catnip. Orbit reach.
on the back end, where I have the Deimos bumpers, you could throw more engines if you want. If you don't like having just the 3 and you want more, you could do that. Of course, I didn't do that, but just saying, it is an option. So that's the build. There it is, shooting. It's very, very good in dogfights and whatnot. But that's going to be it for this video, because we're already a little bit longer than most. I'm not going to show you all this thing dogfighting. Y'all can go try it out on your own if you want. It's a really, really good ship. Looks cool. Flies great. I mean, it's a good ship. So, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.